AO back at it again, doing me. Peace and love reflections. So I started a class on Zoom, and then everybody was taking too long to get there. So I said, screw it. I'm not about that life of procrastination. So I'm going to do this particular version of the course on live. Like I told you guys, 1 o'clock. I started on time, but some of y'all didn't show up. That's cool. I'm going to show you what I want to show you guys that I'm deciding that is beneficial for you guys to know. I'm going to hope that I'm able to do a screenshot. I'm not sure if Facebook lets you do that, but I'm not sure if it's gonna let me do it. But peace and love. Peace and love. Working on something right quick. Let's see if it says screen mirroring. Peace and love. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like I'll be able to do a screen. I don't think I'll be able to flip the screen. I'm not sure why that's not possible. Kind of put you guys in a bucket though. There we go. Sorry about that. But peace and love. So today's class is about how to use our calendar app. And I guess I'm going to have to use my tablet to explain this to you guys because I can't seem to use Facebook to flip my screen, and I'll figure that out. I knew how to do it on Zoom. That's why I sent an invite for you guys to join Zoom. But since I can't, this is how it's going to go. It's going to just go this direction. So this is your calendar app. Alright? This is what mine looks like. To find the calendar app, it's right here. It's in every tablet, it's in every phone, it's in every device that you have, even on your desktop. What you want to do, you want to click it, open up your calendar. Today's date is right here. So I'm going to click today. Okay. No, that's the event, JoJo. No, I don't want to click the event. Just today. There we go. So you click the word day, and it'll pull up your day. What you want to do in there is the first thing you want to do is think about what it is that you want to do today. Today I had to wake up and I had to go walk a dog. Then at 10 o'clock I had to walk another dog. And then I had a common sense training course today. As you can see, there's my dog walk. There's my common sense training. And that's what I'm doing right now. As you can see right here, that says applying right now. That's happening right now. Now, you ask yourself, how is this helping you make money? Well, have you ever noticed that when you're trying to do stuff and remember stuff, you tend to forget stuff? Important things, such as bill payments, such as friends' birthday parties, such as meeting up with other people, such as calling someone, such as just maybe calling somebody, maybe doing something creative with your day. But you tend to forget it, and when we forget it, we use energy, we lose energy, and we just miss out on the opportunities that we set ourselves. Now, the reason why I say the calendar app is very important for us is because if you don't understand that this right here is my walk, this is also my money, and I label it such because, as you can see, it's all purple because I'm actually doing a house sitting, and it's going all day. All day. The house sitting is all day. So I have that schedule, and I have an alarm that tells me, hey, you have a house sitting and you need to be there and you need to do these things for it. Well, I want to go out and I want to have fun. I want to go out and sit in nature. And sometimes I get trapped out there and I'm just, just out there. And it's good to have an alarm that shows up and say, hey, You remember at 2 o'clock you have to do this, but I get you having fun right now, and I get you understanding what you're doing, but you have a schedule for yourself. Why do we set a schedule for ourselves? Because we can't keep lying to ourselves. And every time you lie to yourself, you miss out on opportunities for yourself. My mindset right now is making myself some money. My mindset right now is making the money so that I can get me a place that I can be stable in my own energy, not sharing energy with someone else, not thinking about somebody else's problems and mixing their energies up with mine, and I don't understand which energy is mine because I'm with somebody else. I want my own energy. So to do that, I need financial stability. To do that, I need the first steps. The first steps is organizing my thoughts, organizing my day. Common sense. Today is the calendar. Organizing. The best way I know how is virtually. And yeah, you can get an actual calendar. You can write this shit down. But we living in an age that writing things down on paper is wasting and killing our trees. And no longer do we want to be a part of that. Technology has given us a way that we don't have to keep ripping pieces of paper off, balling it up, throwing it in the trash. It's all right here. It's all on your computer. It's all on your tablet. Me personally, I prefer the iPad. I prefer the iPhones. But I also got an Android tablet. That's it. It's also on the Android tablet. The best part about this, let me show y'all about the calendar. If you go here in settings, hold on, see how this, if you go into your settings, you scroll all the way down and click calendar, it'll tell you how to, let me get a better picture, it'll tell you how to share it to your other devices. It'll tell you how to copy it. It'll tell you all these things. And right here it says, mine right here says sync every month to my other devices. Because I do my scheduling month by month. So I sync that, all my events monthly. And I send it to, hold on, where does it say? Sync it monthly. And you can change the date and you can change the time. You got a default calendar, and it always says wherever your iCloud is. So whenever you pull up your iCloud, it's there. If you pull up your Google Drive, it should be there. Wherever you tell it to save is wherever it saves it at. So you don't have to worry, oh my God, I don't have my tablet, but you can still pull it up in your email. Oh my God, I don't have my phone, it's broken. You can pull it up you can pull it up on a different phone. You can pull it up pretty much anywhere. This one step will help you save tons of energy, you guys. And when I say that it will save you tons of energy, just seriously, like, I'm not trying to remember all this, y'all. I'm literally not trying to remember any of this. But it's all right here for me. And I don't have to sit here and say, what am I doing today? What am I going to do today? What was I supposed to do today? As soon as somebody tells me, hey, JoJo, we're going to go do this. Are you part of this? Are you doing this? Like, I have a drum circle meeting I'm supposed to go to today afternoon at 7. So that's also here. And as soon as I think about it, I put it in. It's so simple. As soon as you think about it, you put it in. Where do you put it in? There's a little cross right here. If you can see it. And it says topic at the top, location of where you need to go. It has starting day, starting times. You want it all day. You want it to repeat monthly. You want to remember to send somebody an invite. You even got notes at the bottom. Write yourself notes. I'll show you how I did that on one of mine. There it is. This is yard work. It said yard work. What am I supposed to do on yard work time? Cut the grass in the backyard because I already did the front. Rake, and then it says rake the leaves, cut the yard, flip the flower pots over, and then spread the seeds. That's what I did Tuesday, but I just wanted to show y'all how it works. And I had it on alert me 5 minutes before 2 p.m. and I had it repeating none. And so that right there allowed me to process when I wake up, because I have a process. When I wake up, I like to stop, rethink about my dreams, breathe and remember that I'm alive, and be thankful for it. Then after that, I'll give me a moment. I do my Facebook like we all do. But what I do is the first thing I do is turn on my calendar. As soon as I turn on my calendar, peace and love, Paul. As soon as I turn on my calendar, it allows me to think about what I'm doing today. If I need to hurry up and get up, because it shows me the time. And when I see the time, I see my calendar. I know how long I got to sit there, how long I got to wait, when I got to start doing stuff. At that moment, if I have enough space and enough time, I am going to be able to Facebook, do my social media. And that allows me, because I get alarms, because see all my dates here. They'll alarm me while I'm in the middle of Facebooking. Hey, you got something to do, stop Facebooking. And as soon as I hear that alarm, I get off of Facebook and I go eat. Or I really don't like to eat food, but when I say eat, I mean ingest. I'll give me something to drink. I start my first dog walk, and then I walk that out, do that, and come back. Then I get my full meal. After my full meal, because normally I schedule myself right after my full meal to start actually doing stuff, because I'm not trying to be hungry trying to do stuff. So when I schedule myself, it's based on how my mind is. If you like to eat when you wake up, schedule yourself that no work should start until you finish eating, and follow your schedule, because there's no point in making a schedule like this for yourself and not following it. It doesn't make any sense, because if you don't want someone to lie to you, don't lie to yourself. It starts with self. Self is the first thing in this world that we have to start with, because no one else can tell us what to do, only self. So in common sense, using common sense, it's common to say, if I don't want to fill my brain up and I know that I'm going to forget, there's so many distractions in this world, use something that's next to me that's tangible. This is tangible. It's found in everything. So this is the calendar for those who are joining in, because this is what we're talking about today, how to use our calendar correctly. Step 2 in using our calendar correctly. Not only is it good for scheduling ourselves and doing things that we're supposed to do throughout the day, it's also very effective when paying bills. Paying bills, a lot of us can't do auto bill pay. A lot of us scared to do auto bill pay. So what we want to do, we want to take our calendar and schedule our own auto bill pay without the fear of not paying it. Understand what I'm saying? The reason most of us don't do auto bill pay is because we fear we're not going to have the money right then and right there. But if we could schedule ourselves without having that fear, without having those consequences of overdraft fees or interest or any of that bullshit, or just not paying it at all and getting that fee too, use your calendar. My calendar tells me at all times, let me see my next bill, credit card payment. Okay, I'm not even gonna get to that right now. Peace and love. Every Friday, I put $25 aside at the end of Friday, no matter what, for my credit cards. And my calendar says, it'll ping me and it says, today, $25 add to your account. I can go in my bank account and I can tell it, add it to this account, at this certain day. I can do that. That's part of the thing. That's how we use common sense, because it's engraved in our bank account system to transfer this money out into this money, to make sure you have that money for those incoming bills. Well, I schedule that. As you can see on Fridays, I schedule that right there to come out every Friday. And not only do I do my bank to do it, I have my calendar to remind me my bank is doing it. I don't got to remember what's today and then completely forget, and I'm scurrying around trying to put money in accounts, trying to hustle up money because I done forgot. No, I have a calendar that tells me. Now, on top of that, even though it says $25 every Friday, my bill isn't officially due until the 21st. So by the time the 21st, I should have enough money sent to my accounts so when that money is pulled out, it automatically is there. I've spent all this month, basically every Friday, collecting money for that bill. Every Friday, I'm collecting money for that particular bill, okay? And after that particular bill's date is due, all the money should be there, and some if I'm doing it correctly, because I like to collect money up until then and then pay that, collect money. See, this is something I have to show the board, because sometimes when we're paying our bills, we have a bill. And what we should do weekly is collect money. You collect money towards the bill. That's what we're going to do. Weekly, when you have bills, you want to weekly collect. Okay? After you weekly collect, when it's due, you want to pay fully the bill. Okay, when it's due, you want to pay fully. When it's due, you want to pay fully the bill. Now, when you pay fully the bill, let's say what an example is. Okay, hold on. Let's get out the calendar right quick. Oh, let me see, where's it at? Where's my calculator? The iPad don't got the calculator? What kind of mess? Anyway, alright, we'll just do this. We'll do this virtually. Alright. That's weird. Never thought that the calculator wouldn't be here. It's on everything else. Well, not allowed right now. So my bill every month is $170. Is $170. Okay. Now every Friday, which is basically four Fridays in a month, $25. So that's $100 that I should have accumulated by the time that the bill is due. So on top of that, what I want to spend when the bill is due, I want to do, this is for credit cards, you guys, because credit cards, you got to get that stuff paid off. And this is how you pay it off. It's due $170. I'm saving monthly $100. Well, I know that when the bill come, I have $100, right, to give to that credit card. But what I want to do is I want to pay $170 and I want to pay that $100. So that's going to give me a total of $270 that I've literally given to my credit cards. And that's how I'm going to pay it off, because it's quicker that way. Because I know that by the time the credit card is due, I have $100 to give to it. Whenever it's due, I know in my bank I have $70. Not worried about that. But you want to get as close as you can to the actual payment that you can possibly save throughout the month, so that you can pay it and it be there in its own time. And you want to pay a little bit more because you want to pay for the interest. You want to pay for all of that. So back to the calendar here. Hold on. Back to the calendar. Now, what I do is every Friday I get paid. I'm my own accountant, so I don't got to ask nobody when I'm going to get paid. Every Friday I get paid. Every Friday I know what money comes in and what money is coming out. I also get paid every Tuesday. I get paid on Tuesdays as well. Depends on how much I've worked. So on Fridays, I know for a fact I'm getting paid. On Tuesdays, it's an if and an and. But if I'm getting paid, guess what I'm going to write it in? I'm going to write it in my calendar. The payment is coming in. So after you do that, let me see what we got going here. Common sense. After we do that, we want to schedule in when our bills are due. That's what we want to do. So if you can right now, just stop and think about when all your bills are due and schedule them in. Schedule them all in. That is step one. So we're going to go to step one on using our calendar. Actually, no. Step one using our calendar is schedule self stuff. So you want to, on step one, you want to schedule things that you do on a daily basis. So schedule self. Schedule self is step one. Step two, you want to schedule your bills. Step two, you want to schedule your bills. So step one, you take your calendar. You want to take your calendar here. Okay? And you want to schedule yourself. Then you want to take the same calendar and then you want to schedule when your bills are due. All right? Step three, schedule when you get paid. Step three, you want to schedule when you get paid. If you get paid on a Friday, put Friday, I get paid this. If you get paid every 2 weeks, you can tell it to schedule every 2 weeks. I wish this could do screen flip, but I'm going to learn how to do that later. But you can schedule it. See when it says repeat. Let's see if I can do one. Right here. When it says repeat, which is right there, you can schedule it whenever you feel like it. You see what I'm saying? Whenever you schedule, every 2 weeks if you have to. So whenever your bills is due, mark it. Whenever you pay, when you get paid, mark it. And after you get paid, after you do those 3 steps, what you want to do in your calendar is you want to say, okay, so I get paid, and saving time. Number 4 is days you can schedule bills due, saving times. You want to schedule when schedule yourself to save money. Okay, like physically, you take aside money you have to pay for the bills that you schedule. And yeah, they're in this right here, because you want to tell yourself, I know on the 27th my bill is due, but just in case, I want to schedule every Tuesday, or I want to schedule $1 a day, or I want to schedule $3 a day, or whatever. Just have a moment where you schedule on your calendar days you want to save money, because that's very important. If you don't save any money, you're constantly living in the mindset of, when the 27 get here, I need to just hustle up. You just need to hustle up some money, you feel me, to pay that one bill. When now you've wasted energy, you've wasted so much of your strength, because now you're in the hustling mode, you're in the panic mode, you're terrified that you won't get the bill paid, you're terrified of late fees, you're terrified, and that energy is negative on our bodies, and it causes us to be stagnated. It causes wrinkles and gray hairs of worry, because we're too busy worrying about bills when we can honestly just not have to worry about them. That's why I'm teaching you guys about the calendar, because this is where all your worry can stop. Because if you can start here and follow your own calendar, you can save yourself so much energy, so much time, and all your bills are getting paid. Now, after you do the step 4, which is schedule the savings, schedule what you want to, how you want to save. You can also, on a positive, exciting note, you can schedule, hey, every Tuesday, I want to go and I want to just have an hour a day out in nature at 3 o'clock every day. Schedule that in. I wanted to shop and I wanted to spend money, and you can, that's step 5. Step 5. That's a very important step there. You want to pin in when you spent money. So you want to pin in when you spend, because that's very, very important. A lot of us are not really understanding when we spend money. We just go to our bank accounts, we look at it, and we say things like, oh, I've spent money. When did I do that? When you can see for yourself what money you spent and what money is going out, you know that you spent $50 yesterday, and you know that you get paid tomorrow, so that's fine. So that your next bill, and you can see it, my next bill is due in 3 days. I spent $50 today, but I get paid. That payment is going to make sure I still get this bill paid, because you saved. Let me know. But it's just in the comments, you guys. I'm reading the comments, because I want you guys to understand this. This is to me, the calendar app has helped me manifest so much, because I have literally sat here and was just like, oh yeah, I got to do this. Oh yeah, I got to do that. And just completely forget, because something comes up. But now I can just look at it. It doesn't cost me anything to look at my calendar. It doesn't cost me any trees, other than the trees that was killed for this one tablet right here. And then I don't have to keep killing trees. I don't have to keep carbonating the world with carbon. I got it right here in my hands, y'all. And this right here says, JoJo, this is what you've said to yourself. Now do it. This reminds me of what I need to do, and I'm doing it. Now, how does this make you money? How does this make you money? Well, now that you saved energy and you save time, you have that excess energy when you can put into some work. Say you have a project you want to do. Say you're in the business of making herbal teas. We're just going to say that's the business. Right now, we're in the business of making herbal teas. This is going to be an example. And when you make the herbal tea, you need to get ingredients. You need to get containers. You need to find the people that you're going to sell it to. You need to have time to do your social media networking. And you need time to put it together. That's 4 different times in your life that you need to separate yourself from all the distractions and do it in order to make the money. So what you want to do is say we're going to say on Monday, this is the day I want to spend 2 hours. Want to go out and buy the ingredients for the things I need. So Monday, what did you do? You put it in your calendar. Monday, event, blah, blah, blah. You can also say, repeat Tuesday in case I didn't do it Monday. And when you do it Monday, you just put a check. You can edit it. It's not like you have to erase anything. You just go and you edit it and you say, okay, I did that. You can take it off of Tuesday because you did it. So then you say, all right, I did that. On Thursday, I want to put it together. And then on Friday, I want to show it on my social media. For this time, this reminder. You just place into the little sections, you guys. It's so easy. You just place into when you want things to happen in your life. And it's there. It's not going anywhere. It's there. It says, I need this to happen in my life. And then if you can follow that routine, on Monday, you gather the stuff. On Thursday, you put it together. On Friday, you do the advertisement. Somebody will come in and say, hey, I want to take that order. And you say, all right, that person wants me to order it. And they wants to order it and they want me to send it. You say, calendar, on this day, place in shipping time. But on Saturday and Sunday, it's not open. So how you going to remember that? How you going to remember that you needed to ship somebody's product to them and the business is closed? So what you do, you put in your calendar, Monday morning at 12 o'clock when I wake up, I need to ship my clients, blah, blah, blah. And you send that to yourself. Now, you don't have to worry about trying to remember it because you've already supplied yourself. You already put it there. The customer is getting that thing on time. If you were on time on your calendar, your stuff is on time. Your life is on time. So what you want to do, you want to schedule that in. You want to look at it. When Monday comes, you're going to hear that alert. Ding, ding, ding. If you schedule, I like to schedule mine 5 minutes before I actually have to do stuff. So 5 minutes before I actually have to do it, it'll say ding, 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 remember. And then I'll look at it and say, oh, yeah, that's it. And then so afterwards, after you look at it and you say, all right, so Monday comes, you do the work. You put it in, you ship it off. And and they'll give you a tracking number. And so, when most people, they'll either lose a tracking number or they'll figure out, they'll be like, well, the customer knows the tracking number. That's great. What you want to do is when that tracking number say, in 3 to 5 days it should be here, you look at your calendar, it's in your phone. You just pick up your phone and just do it. Say, the ticket said in 3 or 5 days. You place it in your calendar. In 3 or 5 days, it says, reminder, so-and-so's placement should be delivered. That's it. You don't have to look back at it. So sometimes customers will call and say, hey, do you have the tracking number? It'll be in that note section. You can put it in the note section. Tracking number for this customer is supposed to be here, say, Saturday at 10 or Saturday, whatever. And they'll say, do you have the tracking number? You don't got to go fumble through paperwork. You just copy and paste it, send it to them. Simple. And then they'll say, hey, I didn't receive it. Is it going to be here yet? Some customers like to bug you. And you sent it Monday. They'll bug you Wednesday saying, where is it at? And then you can just look at your calendar and say, hey, I sent it Monday. It said 2 to 3 days, so it should be here Friday or Monday. And that's what you do. And so you don't have to think about, you don't have to keep shuffling through paperwork. You don't have to keep trying to figure your life out. You can just schedule yourself. Why is scheduling yourself so important? Think about it. When you're in the 9-to-5 jobs and you're in the workforce, you are first told to clock in. Why? Because scheduling yourself is very important. So when you are working for someone else's business, pay attention to how they run it. Because if it's prosperous, you wouldn't be there to work anyway. So, if it wasn't prosperous, you wouldn't be there to work. But it's because it is prosperous and it is good and it is working, look at their system and then use it for yourself and steal it. Peace and love. Peace and love, Ash. I'll see you later. When you see the business doing it, you say, hey, schedule myself, you know? And it says clock in. So clock in. Wake up, clock in. Wake up physically, you clock in and say, self, I'm at the work because the business at hand is right here. This is your business at hand. There is no other business you should be worried about except for self. Self is the only person that is important. And the business that we all share and is common is ourselves. My business is working 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 52 weeks a month. 52 months a year. No, I'm sorry, 52 weeks a year, 12 months in a year, and I'm working all day, every day, never stopping because my business is always growing. My business is always growing, and I'm always trying to find new ways to keep this business here working diligently, effectively, efficiently, and in a way that I'm not just stagnant. Stagnation is the death and decline of this economy. Stagnation is why the world right now, we see right now, isn't going anywhere. But you know how you unstagnate yourself? You schedule yourself, okay? You take your time out, you schedule yourself. It's right here in your hands. You can do it. You can schedule yourself. Now, how we're going to just recap scheduling ourselves? First, you write a schedule of all the things you want to do. Then you want to schedule all your bills. Then you want to schedule when you get when you just get paid. Then after that, you want to schedule days of saving money. Then you want to then you want to pin in when you spend. After you do these things, these are just